Hi, watch me work as I do a structured gel manicure using Vision Gel Rubber Base. I put a thin coat of gel onto the nail. The nail has been prepped and wiped clean with a dehydrating mix of alcohol and acetone. As you can see, I am really scrubbing the gel into the nail on this layer. I put a small amount of gel and then push the gel product up towards the cuticle, and I do that to try to make it as smooth and flush with the cuticle as possible. And be sure to wipe off any uncured gel before you put it into the lamp. This is a 60-second cure, and again, I am using Vision Gel Rubber Base. For this client's design, we are doing Cinderella nails. She's on her way to Disney, so we had to get her ready for her dinner with Cinderella at the castle. So we chose light blue and lots of glitter and some stamp designs. So what I do with my glitter nails is I take the polish, I leave it wet. I'm using gel polish. I leave it wet and sprinkle in the loose glitter. Here I'm using a combination of 3 loose glitters to get the desired effect of what I would like it to look like. And I just make sure that the glitter is not touching the sidewalls or the cuticles before moving any further. And then I am doing a solid color on the middle 2 fingers. And then we'll be going to do a different design on those 2. But after this first coat, I go in for a 60-second cure. I'm going to dust off any excess glitter and then go on to the rest of my design. I am going to be putting another layer of the gel polish on, leaving that on wet, and then sprinkling in the same 3 glitters that I used prior for the other nails. But I'm just going to do it right at the very tip of the nail. And then after that, I will cure for 60 seconds. I used a pretty chunky glitter on this design, so I have to encapsulate that in order to move on. So I'm going to do that, freeze the thumb for 30 seconds, and then move on to the other 4 fingers. And I'm just really scrubbing that builder gel into the nail so that it can get in between the pieces of glitter. And then I will cure that for 60 seconds. And then I will wipe the dispersion layer off. And then I will file down any rough spots. And basically you're just filing enough to get to that layer of glitter. You don't want to file too far, just enough to take the bumps out. Here I'm just feeling the nails and making sure that they are all smooth. I'm going to dust them off and then put on a matte top coat, and I'm doing that very thinly. I'm doing that so that I can stamp on top of it. If I try to stamp on top of the glitter that's been filed down, it would just come out kind of bumpy. So I actually prefer to do all of my artwork and stamping on top of Magic Matte from Profiles. And here I'm doing a circle for the face of the clock. She chose a clock and a castle, Cinderella's castle, for the design. And then I wanted to make it just a little more frilly, and I added some swirly design on the thumb, the pointer finger, and the pinky. This stamping plate is from Profiles. It's called Swirls or Swirly. I'm not sure exactly, but you can find that on profilesbackstage.com. And you can use JROCKS for the code. and to get 10% off your order. And then this one is actually a New Year's stamping plate. I think it's a MoYu stamping plate, but there's no name on it. But I'm using that for the clock. And then this Disney stamping plate I got from Cordoza Nail Supply. And I'm using this for the Cinderella's Castle. My client absolutely loved these. She's a Cinderella girl all the way. So I am going to cover my design and everything with a universal builder gel by Vision Gel. And this is not necessary for strength. I just have, it's like a security blanket for me. I have always used Vision Gel rubber base for the base, and then Vision Gel universal clear gel to encapsulate all of my designs. And I do that on top of the color and the design. And then I cure that for 60 seconds, and now I am doing a top coat, and this is super shiny by Vision Gel. And all of the Vision Gel products can be found on my website at jlanails.com. And it's kind of like J-Lo, but it's J-La, J-L-A, nails.com. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. After the top coat, I cured for 60 seconds, and I am going to cleanse the nail even though the top coat is no wipe. I just do that because there's still a tiny dispersion layer of gel uncured on that top coat, on all top coats that are no wipes. And then here I'm just kind of telling the client how I want her to pose. And here's the end result. Hope you enjoyed.